Welcome back to the channel, guys, with me, Poison Smurf, in another Division 2 video. So on Saturday night just gone, I was running with an LFG group on the Iron Horse raids, and as is the norm these days, we ran straight through the first boss, straight through the second boss, couple of failed goals on the third, and as per usual, we lost half of our team. So as you do, we put up a couple of posts, got a few more people in. But to my surprise, when we were trying to allocate positions, not one single person in the room, beside myself, had a hazard protection build, so we didn't really have anyone that could run diagnostics. Anyway, not thinking anything of it, I put mine on. We finished off, got through, finished off the raid, fourth boss, opened the chest, no ravenous, but hey, got the job done. So fast forward now to Sunday morning, turned my console on. I decided to take that time to complete the Hornet Manhunt. Anyway, so went down to Tidal Basin, matchmake, loaded in with a group. Once again, I couldn't believe how many people were struggling with the level. Now, I know it's difficult with the gas and how it tries to encourage you using the healing trap that it gives you mid-level, but once again, I was chatting to the guys and said, don't any of you guys have a hazard build? If you wear that, then obviously you're immune to all this. So once again, the reply was no, nobody had one. Then I noticed that the Hornet Manhunt is actually part of this week's Titan League, which obviously resets tomorrow for the second week. I've seen a lot of people out there who are struggling to try and run that to get the time to complete the league, obviously get their exotic and maybe the patch. So I just thought I'd show you a quick and easy way that you can put a build together, 100% hazard protection that can obviously aid you with all them things. You can build it any way you want. You can do a DPS build, you can do it as a skill tier, you can go tank, you can use any weapon you like, you can use any talent you like. All the hazard protection that we're going to stack on this build all comes from the set piece bonuses. So if we take a quick look at my build, firstly note, you can ignore so much of this. Specialization, for example, run whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. It's not really going to make huge amounts of difference. I've purely gone for the fire starter, purely because I plan on using the shield and I'm going to go for a bit of an armor regen on this build at the same time, but you can run whatever you like. Same when it comes to weapons. You can run any primary, secondary weapon that you feel comfortable with. This is not going to make any difference. What it's going to boil down to is, out of the 6 pieces of gear, we're going to need 2 pieces of Seska, 3 pieces of 511, and 1 piece of Yarl. Now, what order, what goes where, makes literally no difference. All we're looking for is the 10% hazard protection from a 2-piece Seska, the 10% hazard protection from a 3-piece 511, and another 10% from the 1-piece Yell, giving us a total of obviously 30%. Now, how you continue to build from there is completely at your own discretion. Like I say, you can do 6 reds, 6 blues, 6 yellows. The only thing you need to do is make sure that on the minor attributes of each piece, you roll 10% hazard protection, or as close as. If you haven't got hazard protection in your library, just try and get it as high as you can. If you can't quite make it right up to the number that we're looking for, there is another way that we can actually still top that up. So on my mask, obviously, Seska, the first piece, I've got weapon damage, health, the 10% hazard protection that we rolled on, and an armor on kill mod. However you want to roll, whatever piece, like I say, as long as you've got the 10% hazard protection and you've actually got the set pieces, you're completely free to build how you want, guys. Chest piece, 511, armor, 10% hazard protection, skill haste, armor on kill, talent reassigned. Not what I wanted, doesn't help me at all, but the main thing was I've got the right amount of pieces to get the set bonuses. I've got my 10% hazard protection on there, because that's all we're looking to do, guys, is have 10% rolled onto each piece of gear, plus the set pieces. Obviously, we're getting 10% from the 2 Seska, 10 from the 3 511, 10 from the Yarl, plus 10 from each of the 6 pieces. That takes us to 90. And then obviously the final 10, we are looking at the SHD watch. If you go down to the defensive section, obviously you have hazard protection there. If you max that out with the 50 points required, that will give you the additional missing 10%. Once again, if you don't have that, obviously get it as close as you can, as quick as you can, and then we will talk about the other option that you still have to top this up. So let's go back to the build quickly. The holster, armor, hazard protection, armor regen again, knee pads, armor, weapon handling, 10% hazard protection, gloves, armor regen, hazard protection again. On the bag, weapon damage, explosive resistance, hazard protection, armor on kill, and unstoppable force, which I suppose isn't too terrible. So as you can see, 1.4 million armor, so it's kind of tanky. Got a couple of reds on there, so I've got not great DPS, but at the same time not terrible. But at the end of the day, we did manage to hit the stats that we wanted. We'll go over to the stats now. As you'll see, if we scroll down, here we go, hazard protection. As you can see, we are 100% hazard protection. As you see below now, we're 100% resistance to blades, same again to blind and deaf, same again to burn resistance, confuse resistance, disrupt resistance, ensnare resistance, so you're not going to be getting stuck by seeker mines, the foam seeker mines or the chem launcher foam. Poison resistance, which is what we're looking for, and shock resistance. You're getting all these things, guys. And like I said, because we're only rolling the minus attribute to get these bonuses, as well as the set piece bonuses, the flexibility, what you do, like I say, you could have a full skill build with this, DPS build, armor build, wherever you want to roll it, as long as you've got the 10% on each piece, that's all you need. So if you do that, and unfortunately your stats don't quite make it up to the 100% that we're looking for, after title update 10.1, a lot of people have either forgot or didn't realise that there was a bit of a change to the booster hive. Now, if you were to use the booster hive, it also does grant hazard protection. So, if I bring up this page here quickly, it will just show you how much you get for what levels. So, if you have a 0 skill tier, you will get 20% hazard protection. So, you throw down your hive and you're going to get an extra 20%. Skill tier 1 is going to get 26.6%. A skill tier 2 will get 33.2%. A skill tier 3 will get 40%. A skill tier 4 will get 46.6%, skill tier 5, 53.2%, and a skill tier 6 is 60%. So if you try and do a build and say you're 20% short, you could, as a last resort, always, like I say, load up your booster hive, just equip that, throw it down, providing you stay in the radius, that will top your hazard protection up to 100%, which should hopefully leave you completely immune. Well, not hopefully, it will. So yeah, hope that helps you out, guys. I'm sorry it's a little bit late in the day, but hopefully you got a chance to, you could probably even just craft this, because the main attribute we're just going to roll on there anyway. But yeah, hopefully that'll get you through the league and hopefully get you through that a little bit quicker. But yeah, there's other ways you can use it as well. You could probably use that, just a few tweaks depending on how you roll things. You could take that in the dark zone, counter the chem launcher and all the stuff in there. Like I said, the Hornet Manhunt, it's ideal for that. The raids, the first raid, obviously the room where you get gas on your other side of the plane, it's ideal in there. The second raid, it's handy for the third boss doing diagnostics. Even if you want to run like really hard difficulty where you put all the directives on and like the enemies have special ammo and all that kind of stuff, to be immune to all that is really helpful. And the one that a lot of people don't think of is taking down Kina on Liberty Island. Now, we all know how much of a headache that is, especially towards the end. He just peppers you with skill after skill, which applying shock, they're applying burn, they're applying bleed. You can walk in there and just run around and do what you need to do with no hassle, guys. Maybe give it a try. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys, and as always, a big thank you to everyone that made it through to the end. If you found it helpful or informative, remember to leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Any questions or comments you've got, leave them in the box below. I do get back to everybody, whether that's about today's video or something you want me to cover in the forthcoming future. If you did like what you see, maybe think about hitting the subscribe button and hitting that notification bell. That will update you to any future content that I may do. So until the next time, guys, just keep on grinding.